Eliza Edmonds Hewitt's lyrics have uplifted countless believers for over a century. But behind the poetry was a woman who overcame pain and infirmity to become one of the most prolific hymn writers of her day. Eliza was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on June 28, 1851. She was the second of 6 children born to James Hewitt, a sea captain, and his wife Zaria. The Hewitt home was marked by daily times of Bible reading and hymn singing, nurturing in Eliza a deep love for the Lord and a desire to serve Him. After receiving her early education at the Philadelphia Girls' Normal School, Eliza continued her studies and graduated as valedictorian of her class. Following graduation, she began a teaching career at the Northern Home for Friendless Children, where she served faithfully for several years. However, her teaching career was tragically cut short when a student, upset over being disciplined, struck her in the back with a heavy slate. The resulting spinal injury confined Eliza to a body cast for 6 months. Although she recovered to some extent, she continued to experience painful relapses for the rest of her life, which left her bedridden for extended periods. During that initial 6-month confinement, Eliza chose not to dwell on all that she could no longer do: teaching, attending church, or enjoying walks in the park with friends. Instead, she turned her heart toward literature, expressing her thoughts and faith through poetry. One of her poems eventually reached John R. Sweeney, a well-known hymnist of the time, who invited her to write more with the intention of setting them to music. Soon, other musicians also sought her work, and her talent flourished. Eliza often collaborated with fellow hymn writers, including the celebrated Fanny Crosby. The two women shared a deep friendship and regularly attended the annual conference at Assembly Park, near Syracuse, New York. It was during one of these summer gatherings that Eliza visited the Onondaga Indian tribe nearby. Many members of the tribe were professing Christians and instantly recognized Eliza, delighting in her presence. In honor of her work, they adopted her into the Eel tribe, bestowing upon her an Indian name meaning "carry a cross," saying they wanted to honor her because they loved singing her hymns. One warm spring day, after 6 long months in a body cast, Eliza was finally permitted by her doctor to take a walk in a nearby park. Grateful and overflowing with joy, she returned home and penned the poem "Sunshine in My Soul," which was later set to music by John R. Sweeney. That hymn alone has appeared in 295 hymnals. Over the course of her life, Eliza wrote more than 1,700 poems, many of which were set to music and became beloved hymns of the Christian faith. Had she not endured the suffering that confined her to bed, Eliza might never have discovered her calling as a hymn writer. One of her greatest joys in later life was hearing how her songs had brought others to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, and how her words had comforted and uplifted them during times of sorrow. Eliza Edmonds Hewitt passed away on April 24, 1920, at the age of 68. Yet the poetry she began writing in a season of hardship continues to impact thousands around the world today, a legacy of hope born from suffering.